Hey, I hope you all are having a great week. For those of you who have not met yet, my name is Jessica Longshore, and I'm the children's pastor here at Bridgeway Church. And this is Jody Helms. Jody, I'll let you introduce yourself.
Hey guys, Joseph Helms, youth pastor here at Bridgeway.
And we are here today. We want to tell you about some important details that's coming up for your students specifically. If you're watching this video, that means you have a fifth grader who's participated on a Sunday morning in Bridgeway Kids in the last 6 weeks. And that means that Move Up Sunday this year is going to be an extra big deal for them. Because in June, they will be switching from Sunday mornings with us to Wednesday evenings with Jody and his team at Bridgeway Youth. So we want to kind of give you some details for what that's going to look like. We know that this is a big transition for both the students and the parents. And so we don't want this to just be a one-day thing. We want to really utilize a few weeks in a row and different events going on to help both you and your student make that transition into Bridgeway Youth. So I'm going to start by sharing my screen, and we're going to see some important dates that I'm going to go over with you. So on May 21st and May 28th, those are both Sundays, your student will check in downstairs as they always have. We'll have a service just like we always do. The main difference will be that during their small group time, there'll actually be some leaders from Jody's team that join us and sit in on those small groups so that they can really start to get to know the kids. On June 4th, again a Sunday, your fifth grader will check in downstairs as normal. This will be the last Sunday that fifth graders check into Bridgeway Kids downstairs for Sunday mornings. On that Sunday morning, they'll come in, we'll do the front of the service as normal, and then after worship, we'll have a special time where the rest of our students and our leaders bless the fifth graders, and then the fifth graders will be dismissed, and they will most likely come upstairs. We'll make sure to get you those exact details, but they'll come upstairs and join Jody and his team for a program. They're going to have a time of devotion, a time of fun games. It's going to be a great time that again, they can get to know them. They can start to get a feel for what youth looks like, and it also creates some familiar faces and relationships so that when they join the youth on Wednesdays and at events throughout the summer, they're not walking in there blindly without knowing anybody. So he's going to give you some more details on that in just a minute, but just a few more important dates. June 11th, that Sunday, is Move Up Sunday. Since they are moving up to 6th grade, that means that they will move up to the main auditorium with you on June 11th. And then the big date that they're all waiting for, that they can't wait to be there, June 14th is a Wednesday night. That's the first Wednesday that they'll officially be at Bridgeway Youth. So we're going to put the link to all these slides in the email that you received with this video so that you can easily access it anytime that you would like. Let me see if I can. There we go. So Jody now wants to tell you about a special summer event that's coming up that they do want your fifth graders to please go ahead and attend and come join them for a good time. Jody, tell us about Throwdown.
Great job, Jess. Hey guys, so excited. Bridgeway Youth Throwdown. It is a throwdown, but it sounds like it could be throwing tires or a motor wrestling match. It's definitely not that. It is an outdoor event. It's actually our third annual event. Paige and I have been youth pastor here for 2 years. And one of the first things we ever put on the calendar was the throwdown. And so slip and slides. We're going to have worship outside. We're going to have some popcorn. We have a slushy icy machine. We have, for you guys, we have some fruit. We're not going to just feed a bunch of candy. We got some fruit out there. We're going to just play a bunch of games, soda toss, marshmallow throwing. It's just a lot of fun. So that night, we're just going to welcome them in. They're going to be part of the big family that night. And it will be out here on the front lawn. So we're really excited. These kids, they love this. It's the throwdown. We're really excited. May 24th, registration starts at 6. So when they pull up, there's an overhang right in the foyer. And right outside that foyer is where they'll register there. So we're really excited for that.
Yeah, and they'll already have a Sunday under their belt with some of your leaders. So that'll be great because they'll get to know some of those guys. So you could even have that team will be there that night, correct?
Yeah. And so one thing we're really excited about, this is the first year that we get to transition new fifth graders into the family. And so this is the first time where they get to come in and they just get to just jump right in with the rest of us, have a good time, get wet, get some stuff all over them. So make sure they have an extra change of clothes too before they get in the car and they have a towel. So we're really excited for that night.
And we're going to mention this again later in this video, but this kind of information is why it's going to be really important that you go ahead and subscribe to the youth newsletters, because these details about bringing a change of clothes, exactly where to register, all these types of things are things that his team does an amazing job of making sure to get in your inboxes on social media and all that, so you can feel prepared to come. So we're going to say it again, but every chance we get, we're going to say, please subscribe to the youth mail list so that you can continue to get lots of fun updates. So that is Throwdown. One thing that I want to touch on is Sunday mornings throughout the summer and into the fall. This is a big change. Downstairs we have a lot different of an environment than what your students are going to participate in upstairs on Sunday mornings. And we know that this can be a hard transition. So one thing that we have worked really hard together in the last year and dominated is when Jody really got a lot of his kids to get behind Bridgeway Kids and send them downstairs. And so a lot of the youth serve on Sunday. And what we're finding is that the middle school students actually get a lot out of it. And since they have a service on Wednesday, this is a good transition that they come downstairs with us, they serve, they get to continue to communicate a lot of their faith points, but to younger kids. So it's really helped them in just simplifying as they're telling the stories of the Bible. We're watching middle schoolers connecting with it in a new way since they have the responsibility of teaching it. And so we want to just let you know that as a rising sixth grader, they are now eligible to start volunteering downstairs, which is incredible. So they can serve in the nursery through the 5-year-old's room. And if you are interested in filling out that packet for them so that they can serve on Sundays, they can go to bridgewaychurch.org/jump-in. So again, this is just a really great way to help your student transition from downstairs to upstairs. There's a lot of security in downstairs. They've known that their whole life since they've been here at Bridgeway with you as a family. And so they can stay down there just in a new leader role. So we're really excited about that.
And what we love about this is it actually creates the opportunity for them to own their faith. And so then own the opportunity to even serve the house, but own what the God's already given them as gifts and talents. So I just want to highly encourage that they step in and do this, because like we said, they own it and they enjoy it and they love it and they get to pour into what's underneath them. So I'm just really excited for this opportunity.
It's been a really cool year seeing a lot of the youth down there, and
done really well.
We're seeing a lot of fruit from it for both the kids and the youth. So it's pretty awesome. All right, lastly, the big, what everybody wants to know, Wednesday nights at youth. Jody, tell us what it's going to be like for them and some of the important details for parents.
So big details. The first Wednesday night is going to be June 14th. They will come in at C door. So we meet across, there's a separate building the youth meet at. It is the BCA room. Across the street, they enter through the foyer of C door. And when they first walk in, they'll check in. They'll get to meet some leaders and students right away. And then there's a gym. So on the front end of the service, what we like to do, it starts at 6:30. So that's your drop-off time. And what we like to do is just get them kind of just loosened up, get some energy out before service starts. There's some basketball, there's some craft things. They just get to know some folks and just really just chill out and get some energy out, whatever that looks like for them. And we start service at 7 o'clock. And so we start service. We usually do a mixture of games, getting to know folks, that kind of thing. Start worship. And then in another email I will send you, we'll send like service patterns of the month of what we do on Wednesday nights. But they come in and normally it's a worship service, a message, and then just a time for ministry. And then it's time, it's over. Church is over then. So we're really excited. It's a lot of fun. We're really just seeing kids encounter the Lord and just begin to walk out who the Lord says they are. And so it's just an exciting time that we get to do this here at Bridgeway. And so their drop-off time, remember this, the drop-off time is at 6:30, service starts at 7, and then the pickup time is at 8:30. Now, I'll send an email about how the pickup works, but the pickup time is going to be at 8:30, so that's the main details that they need to remember.
Awesome. And then if a family is bringing a sixth grader and they're going to register for check-in, they should already be in because they're in Planning Center from Bridgeway Kids.
How awesome is that?
So do the adults need to come in, or do they just
so here's what I would like to do that night. I would like, if you would like to, it makes you feel more comfortable. The way the night's going to work is almost set up like a big brother, big sister kind of thing. So we'll have some high schoolers, male and female, that will meet with those students. The new fifth graders coming in, the new rising sixth graders that are coming in, they will be meeting them that night. So if you'd like to come in just to see what's going on, that's great. We would love that. You don't have to come in. That's okay if you just want your student to come in. But either way, we're good. But the rising sixth graders will get to meet some of the student leaders and then some of the leaders for youth itself. And so it's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be great.
About it.
I'm excited.
Yeah, so.
We did this together last year, kind of this transition,
Yeah.
and it was a big win. And we saw fifth graders really getting some of those nerves out because they had so many familiar faces going into Wednesday nights. And last year they didn't go to the throwdown, as Jody mentioned, but this year we think that it's going to be such a blast. I mean, the staff try to pretend to volunteer so that we can come out and have a good time because it really is just a great night. My husband, John, has served the last 2 years, and so it's really a blast. I think they're going to have a ton of fun. Again, we just want to remind you, in this email is a link. Please subscribe to the youth newsletter. That's going to be a resource that you really need to be able to keep up. Jody and his team just do an amazing job of keeping these kids busy because they don't have a lot of energy, do they? So they do lots of fun things, and we want to see you guys there. So please do subscribe to that so that you can get all that information. And I think that's everything. Anything else for you? Let's see. Nope, that's it for us. All right, so let's see if I can learn how to work technology. All right. Wait, then that's it, guys. So thank you so much. If you have any questions, our emails are in there. Otherwise, we will be seeing you on Sunday.